Let's go through some predictions here. I mean, let's start, I guess, with the Phillies. Like, let's do number of wins.
Yeah, Bob, I think that they're going to have a very similar year to last year. I don't know if they get to 96, but I have them at 94. And I think that they win the National League East in a much closer race than it was a year ago. Health is the most important thing. I know I start sounding like Rob Thompson a little bit, but I think that matters more than anything, because there doesn't seem to be, outside of some guys in the minors who can pitch out of the bullpen, there doesn't seem to be a lot of depth here. So injuries could hurt them. So I think health is an important part of it. But if the Phillies stay healthy, I don't see any reason why they couldn't win the division again. And I have them at 94 wins. Yeah,
I'm gonna take them down a little bit below that. I'm gonna go 92.
Okay.
I think 92 actually will get it done. I will give them the division. I just think I trust their pitching more. I think that there's enough of a bounce back, an uptick in Harper's game, that it will probably offset what I expect to be a little bit of a decline from Kyle Schwarber. I think that the Bohm year looks a little better. I think the Stott year looks a lot better. I think that there's, like I said, I like the athleticism at the bottom and top of the lineup. I think they're going to be interesting. So I give them 92. I think they win the division by 2 games over the Mets, who I think get to 90. I think the Mets are a playoff team. And I just, until the Braves can stay healthy and show me, I can't go more than 86 with the Braves right now. And I know that I'm going against projections. I'm going against sportsbook operators. I need to see them healthier. That pitching staff right now it's tough, man. It's tough to get behind that. How deep do you want to go with this? I could actually save like division by division stuff for Friday if you want to do that.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
But I'm happy to put out the how far are they going prediction here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got them going to the National League Championship Series, and then losing to the Dodgers there.
Yeah.
And not to say that I don't think they can beat the Dodgers, because again, I think that the Phillies are the one team in the National League who has the pitching to beat the Dodgers. So, I think they can beat the Dodgers. I just don't trust the offense enough to sit there and say that they're going to win a 7-game series against the Dodgers. That's my drawback for them. But I do think that they are capable of winning a 7-game series against the Dodgers. I just don't think that they'll do it.
Yeah, look, we see it the same way. I mean, I'll just say that I have them losing to the Dodgers. Now, whether or not that happens in the NLDS or the NLCS, I don't know. Yeah. But I'll go CS with you. And I think it's possible. I do think that one thing I'll say about this, I don't trust the Phillies bats in October, because nobody does, and how could you? But I also do think that sample sizes have been very small those 2 years. And I think just because they haven't doesn't mean they can't. And I think that we are overly negative. It's an impossibility that this group of hitters couldn't possibly get it done in October. And I think that part's a little bit unfair, even though they certainly deserve all the criticism they have received the last couple of years. But I just can't sit here and look at it objectively and tell you that they're going to beat the Dodgers. Dodgers, 2-time defending champion, and they could have won 100-plus games if everyone was healthy. I mean, the Dodgers machine, since the start of the 2020 season, the Dodgers have been awesome. And how can you pick any team to unseat them right now?
Right. But I mean, I will say, and for the record yet again, Phillies are in my mind, the only team in the National League who can beat them. And if they do, they can win a World Series. Yeah. Whether it's the DS or the TS. If they find a way past the Dodgers, this is the year. But I don't know if they do I don't think that they do find that way past the Dodgers.
Yeah.
But it sucks to be the second best team, but that's what they are in my mind. So, do you have an American League team that you like this year, or no?
Man, everyone loves the Mariners, don't they?
They do, and I don't.
This sucks because I usually like to fade this team, and it's been a good fade for the last number of years. But I'm going to say the Yankees get it together this year. Yeah.
I'm torn between two teams because I think the American League is going to give us like they did
How
last
boring
year.
is it to pick the Yankees? I actually pride myself on not picking the Yankees.
Yeah, I hear you. I think the American League, they gave us a surprise team, not a surprise team, but a team that nobody really picked last year with the Blue Jays. I think you're going to see it again. I'm just torn between two teams, but I'm going to go with the Detroit Tigers as that team that comes out of the American League this year.
Well, it certainly feels a little now or never for them, does it not? I mean,
yeah.
With what looms with, Skubal. Yeah, I mean, hell yeah, they're going to be formidable. I mean,
the second team, and I think they need an addition to help their offense, but I really like what their pitching staff looks like, and I think that they have the Cy Young winner this year is the Boston Red Sox. I think Garrett Crochet is going to win the American League Cy Young. And I think that they could be a team that's there in the end.
That AL East is is awesome because a lot of people love Toronto for obvious reasons. They were right there. You can't get any closer to winning a championship than they were or they did a year ago.
Yeah.
And again, just the odds here, crazy. Dodgers are plus 230 to win the World Series. The Yankees plus 1,000. I actually didn't realize the Yankees were ahead of the Mariners. Mariners plus 1,200. Mets fourth best odds plus 1,300. I know that probably drives you up a wall. And then you have the Blue Jays plus 15, Red Sox plus 16. So there you go. Phillies and Red Sox have the same odds to win the World Series right now.
Yeah. No, I still think that the Phillies are the second best team behind the Dodgers. I think the Phillies if the Phillies found a way past the Dodgers and played any of those teams, Mariners, Yankees, Blue Jays.
You think the Mets are good. Like the Mets are good.
They're better.
A lot of that is it's the Mets. There's a certain degree of hype with the Mets. The Peralta thing is real. How much do you think the Bichette thing is like the needle mover in the way that it's viewed at the high level like that?
I don't think it is. I think that they're. I think first of all, I think defensively they're going to be terrible.
I think by the end of this is so this is fanboy stuff, but I think by the end of this year, Bichette will have a fine year, but I don't think anyone's going to – I'm going to come back. This is going to come back to haunt me. But I think by the end of the year, I think very few people around here are going to say, oh, my God, I can't believe we did not get this guy.
Bichette. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. And like I said, I think that there's a lot of – defensively, they're going to be terrible. They're going to be terrible defensively. Bichette can't play third base. I mean, Lindor's good at short, but I don't know. Is Simeon's been dropping off at second? Polanco's not a first baseman.
No.
I don't know. Is Soto going to be? I mean, he's probably better in left than right, but we saw him starting to fall off. I like Luis Robert. I kind of like that addition by them, to be honest with you. I think that was a kind of a savvy move to get him.
That's your boy.
Yeah, we'll see what the kid Carson Beng looks like in right field this year for them. He's had a great spring. So I'm just, I'll tell you where I'm still out on the Mets. Pitching. I don't like their bullpen a little bit. I just don't. I think that the starting pitching, adding Peralta was nice, right? That's a nice pickup. And I think McLean's going to be really good. But beyond that, I mean, David Peterson again, Clay Holmes again, Senga again. It's not that great, and it's getting older. They're all in their 30s. And then in the bullpen, I mean, look, Devin Williams was terrible for the Yankees. I don't know why anybody thinks all of a sudden he's going to be good for the Mets.
No, man. His stuff is good. He was really good with Milwaukee. I know it didn't end well, but I don't know.
But it might be one of those situations where he pitches better in an environment that's not as high pressure as New York, right? I'm just saying, could be.
See what you did there.
All right. Well, just saying. And then you look at the rest of that bullpen, what's there? I mean, it's a lot of the same. Yeah. I mean, they brought in Luke Weaver, but he wasn't great for the Yankees. He couldn't hold down the closer's job. Luis Garcia. I mean, talk about a retread. The guy's 39 years old. He's in the middle of their bullpen. Is their one of their setup guys.
Yeah.
Brazaban. I mean, come on. I don't like. There's nothing to really like about that bullpen either.
Dude, you hate the Mets though. So I think what you're giving is informed analysis, and I believe that everyone should listen to it. I just think that they should take 10% of the hate off of it. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, I think the Mets are a playoff team too. I do. I think they're improved. I'm being honest about that, but I don't think they're as good as the Phillies.
Okay. All right.
So there you go. I do have one last thing, Bob, and it's a quick one. Just because I thought it was a really, really cool story. Did you see what happened in Arlington yesterday?
I did. For once, you've been doing this to me. We're on like a run here where you say, "Did you see or did you read?" And I go, "No,
Yeah,
I didn't." But this one I did. This was cool.
Yes. So the Rangers wrapped up their spring training in Arizona a couple days early because they had a 2-game series in their home park, Globe Life Park, against the Kansas City Royals. And yesterday they had this rookie kid pitching, Carter Baumler, on the mound, and Skip Schumacher walks out to the mound. They thought, you're thinking, okay, he's going to take him out of the game. And instead he tells him with the rest of the team around him, "Hey kid, you made the opening day roster." I think that's pretty darn cool. And that's a really good way to do it. It
was cool because you see his face, like he's excited. The guys are on the mound. It was the entire infield was on the mound. You could see that they were fired up for it too. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just thought, you don't get a lot of fun moments like that in baseball. It's very, very regimented. Everything's very similar from one team to the next. But that was something you don't normally see. And I thought, you know what, that kid's going to remember that forever. Like I'm on the mound in a major league ballpark, pitching a game that's an exhibition game, and I find out while I'm on the mound, oh, by the way, you made the.
I put you on the spot because I don't know anything about Carter Baumler. Is he a reliever? Is he a starter? Would we possibly see him this weekend in Philadelphia? Like, what's?
I'm sure there's a chance that you will see him pitching out of the bullpen.
Yeah, I say all this. This is a great story. I love this kid. I hope he's really successful. I also hope the Phillies pummel him if they see him this weekend.
Yeah. So he was acquired in a
he's a Rule 5 guy, right?
Yeah. Well, originally I think he was, but he was acquired from the Pirates, I believe. Okay. He's only 24 years old. He's going to be in their bullpen. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. I think Texas is a team that might be a little bit better than people realize. I'll tell you, I think Wyatt Langford is a guy on that team that is going to have the big breakout this year. I think that people are going to be talking about him this year as that next level star. And I like their pitching, like for the most part. Evaldi's 36, but he's still good.
You like the Phillies on opening day? I didn't get a prediction, or I didn't get a series prediction from you. I didn't get an opening day prediction. The Phillies minus 150 with Sanchez on the mound at home against the Evaldi.
Yeah, I'll take the Phillies in the opener. If it was going up against DeGrom, I would have thought a little bit about that. But it's not. It's going.
The perfect weekend is the opening day win. You regroup. You come back Saturday. It's NOLA, right, on Saturday?
NOLA is on Saturday. Has Texas announced?
I don't know what they have.
Have they announced? I don't think they've announced who's pitching Saturday yet.
Okay.
It should be DeGrom because I think that they're trying to line him up for their home opener. And so in order to do that, he has to pitch this weekend. And the other guy that they have in their rotation is a guy who normally gives the Phillies fits, and that's Mackenzie Gore.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I believe I saw Gore. Don't quote me on this, but I believe Gore was in the probables that I saw supposed to go Sunday, though MajorLeagueBaseball.com has not yet listed it.
Okay. Yeah. So if that's the case, it will be DeGrom Nola on Saturday and then Gore versus Luzardo on Sunday.
All right. I'm in 2 out of 3. It's going to be bookended by Cy Young performances and then a lot of angst on Saturday afternoon. It's perfect.
Yeah,
perfect start to a Philly season.